Tofu-dreg construction projects directly impact people's safety. Under the rule of the CCP, which treats its people like dirt, such projects have been a widespread problem for many years. Tofu-dreg projects can be categorized in several ways. Let's first look at the residential buildings. Come take a look. See, the metal fence is almost broken here, completely broken. The bottom support is also almost broken. One side is already broken. It's rusted here too, rusted here as well. It's a safety hazard. Look at this building, so tall, 15 stories. Are you kidding me? The invisible safety net has been installed now, but the safety hazard still exists, and there's nothing we can do. Has your boss arrived yet? Look at the work you've done. Is this even acceptable? You can't even stand to look at it yourselves. This is a tofu-dreg project. This is absolutely tofu-dreg construction. Look, the boss made the workers smash this floor. This tiny surface is so thin, there should be at least 2 steel bars inside. Now, even no steel bars. The workers smashed the floor with just 2 hammer blows. The homeowners spent $1.42 million on a home, but it still couldn't escape the fate of being a tofu-dreg project. The concrete wall quality is extremely poor. It's crumbling. There's no concrete in it. It feels like there's no cement at all. Look, this won't do. I'm asking you how to solve this. I'm asking you how to solve this. I'm asking if you still want this. I'm asking you how to solve this. Do you still want this? I don't want it anymore. Netizens pointed out, the main beam is a load-bearing beam and the whole structure is broken in the middle. The lintel formwork is removed too early. Whether the cement is faulty is another matter. I think the main problem is that the lintel isn't fully hardened or dried before being placed on top of the wall, causing it to be too weak to withstand the weight and crack. A netizen posted a video saying, "My neighbor just got the finishes done and the ceiling looks like this. The home will be like this forever." The renovation company was stunned when they were filming at the construction site. They thought they'd encountered a gunfight. Look at the ceiling. A netizen with relevant expertise pointed out, this is due to the fly ash in the concrete. Fly ash is slag from steel mills with a high iron content. It's not just this part of the concrete, but also the wall of the concrete. There's no solution unless they're replaced. The ceiling slab is thinner than the walls, so it will show problems first. The expansion of the rusting steel inside the concrete or steel slag added to the concrete will cause such a phenomenon. It seems the walls will be affected soon too. If steel slag was indeed added, you won't live in the house for 10 years. The best solution is to return home immediately. We used steel slag in experiments before and nothing worked. We asked the developer to contact the concrete mixing plant, but the lab director and the plant owner were extremely irresponsible. However, it could also be due to the precast concrete plant adding steel slag while the walls use mixed concrete. A netizen posted a video showing the poor housing quality in one resettlement community in Jinhua City, Zhejiang Province, lamenting that the residents' life savings had been wiped out. Everyone, look at the quality of the cast-in-place walls in this exorbitantly priced resettlement housing of Skysour's elegant community. Look at that! Look at our beautiful walls. Residents express their dissatisfaction. In fact, it's not just the interior of the buildings that are unsafe, the exterior has shoddy construction issues too. High-rise building exterior wall collapses are already a common occurrence, and now the terrifying phenomenon of floating buildings has emerged. A blogger on the X platform posted, "Suspended buildings and suspended pillars made in China, unique in the world." See, I've always heard about tofu-dreg projects. I've only ever heard about them, never seen them before, but today I have. This cement ground has been drying for 3 or 4 days. Look, with one shovel it really turns into tofu dregs. According to a mainland media report, Mr. Wang, a villager in Dadong City, Liaoning Province, questioned the quality of the cement used in the local slope retaining wall, saying it could be broken by hand. The stones inside the retaining wall could also be easily removed, and the filling material crumbled at the touch. Even more infuriatingly, some holes in the retaining wall were not filled. Tell me what this thing is. Is it cement? What is this thing, huh? It breaks off in one piece, breaks off in another piece, more pieces. Is this cement? These are tofu dregs. The wall looks wide, but there's just a layer of stones underneath. You can break it open with your hand. Look, this thing is a complete mess. This year, a major flood washed away another section of the retaining wall. The ground is made of cement mortar. Is this cement? They are tofu dregs. Regarding the media exposure of this incident, China Railway Guangzhou Engineering Bureau responded indifferently, saying that repairs would be made after the thaw next year. And the local government appeared very calm too, saying, "Some people are nitpicking." If the CCP local government treats the life-threatening risks with this attitude, then you can imagine what the position of the people is in the hearts of the CCP officials. Netizens commented, "Many tofu-dreg projects are done by state-owned enterprises. Have state-owned enterprises become so corrupt? They've reached the point of being indiscriminate, daring to embezzle even from these public works projects. They should be arrested." In the renovation of old residential areas in Liaoning, the manhole covers were cemented today, and by the next day they were almost completely crumbling, but nobody cared, and they just paved with asphalt. It's probably because I'm doing it under the low temperature. The construction team disregarded the quality of the work in order to rush the job. Tofu-dreg projects also exist in bridges and roads. On the Beijing-Tianjin Expressway, a family of 3 was sitting in their car when they suddenly fell into a ditch. My goodness, it was terrifying. Oh my god, such tofu-dreg construction. Seeing scenes like this on the highway, it's hard not to ask whether the workmanship is tofu dregs. As you can see, some of the guardrails are severely cracked, appearing to be covered only by a thin layer of cement. I'm not even sure if the cement grade is up to standard. Anyway, the quality doesn't look good. Look at this tofu dreg. This is a newly built road. A bicycle passed by and crushed a manhole cover. You can see the manhole cover. The break is very clean. The blogger questioned whether these manhole covers had been inspected and approved, and who was responsible for the inspection. He asked if they should be held accountable if something went wrong. Netizens flocked to comment, pointing out, the relevant department's inspection report shows no quality issues. They all meet national standards. The manhole cover broke due to an overloaded bicycle. The bicycle rider should compensate for the broken cover. They might even sue you for damaging public facilities. It must have been inspected and approved. It's broken because it's expired. Experts say it meets national standards. This is stimulating consumption. The project payment hasn't even been settled yet. What quality are you expecting? These witty comments from netizens, while amusing, also reveal the shoddy construction practices that ordinary people face under the CCP's rule. Look, you've blocked another truck from Anhui Province. People have to use a shovel to clear the road to get through the 220 Huahe section. The wrong place earlier. Look, this road is in trial operation. A bright future is about to begin, and you've created such a huge pothole. Can't you even fill the pothole with some stones? Don't you even have a little money? Many drivers responded saying, I drove through it once, it's so difficult to drive. I take detours through small shops and villages, it's been like this for years. Here, near an intersection in Jinan City, Shandong Province, a heating pipe suddenly leaked, causing a large amount of hot water to gush out on the ground, turning the road into a river. My God, the road is like a river. That's amazing. They blew up the road. My God, my God. My God, my God. Ha, look. My God, the water just won't stop flowing. The water is even streaming. The Chinese Communist Party officially confirmed that DN800 main heating pipe suddenly burst, and the cause of the leak is still under investigation. One netizen pointed out, isn't this inspected? It should be checked every year, and any potential hazards should be replaced or reinforced. Using something without maintenance will cause problems. Even personal belongings are regularly inspected and maintained. Public property needs even more attention. Another commented, tofu-dreg project, I've worked in a pipe factory. Putting aside whether the factory quality is up to standard, during on-site installation, the joints need to be ground smooth with a grinder before painting. If they just brush off the surface rust and paint it, it will rust and rot in a few years. A local resident also revealed, they're starting to dig up the roads again. In Jinan, different digging teams are in queue for one road. The heating company digs first, then the municipal company digs it up, then the gas company lays the asphalt, then the subway company lays the metal plates, then the subway is fenced off, and then other units come in and reroute the lines. A Beijing netizen's reply was both laughable and infuriating. This fully demonstrates that the Jinan heating company is honest. With such high pressure, the rooms must be warm. Look at Beijing. The radiators on the top floor are barely warm, let alone the indoor temperature on the ground floor. You call 12345 and someone comes, then they come up with all sorts of excuses for the lack of heat, never mentioning low water temperature or low pressure. They're eager only when collecting heating fees. A netizen posted pictures revealing, it's unimaginable how much kickback they took to make a middle school basketball court like this. The entire surface is covered in granular debris. It's really dangerous for children to do high-intensity exercise on it. When massive floods arrive, the tofu-dregs of public facilities are exposed. China has suffered from severe flooding from south to north in recent years, primarily due to local governments secretly releasing floodwaters at night. Many CCP officials never seem to consider the question of survival or death for the people. In major infrastructure projects, their focus is on the vast sums of money and how to transfer as much of it as possible into their own pockets. A key project with a total investment of over $1 billion touted as a benchmark for the 14th five-year plan, a reservoir dam that concerns the lives of millions, is actually a tofu-dreg project. The Yangong Pump Storage Power Station in Fujian Province has been exposed for collusion and serious cutting corners. The supervisor and the construction company are one family, and the anchor piles that should be 12 meters long but in actual construction only 3 to 5 meters were used, and nearly 70% were defective. Each pile was supposed to use 4 bags of cement, but only 1 bag was actually used. It's important to understand that reservoir dams are lifelines for flood control and disaster prevention, and Fujian is historically a flood-prone region. If a disaster were to occur, the surrounding towns and villages would face unimaginable consequences. In August 2025, the Lower Reservoir Slope project of the Yangong Pump Storage Power Station in Sanming City, Fujian Province, undertaken by the 16th Engineering Bureau of China Power Construction Corporation, suffered a large-scale collapse due to quality problems in the anchor pile construction. A recent investigative report published by the Economic Information Daily revealed the shady dealings behind this incident. The report pointed out that hundreds of anchor piles used to reinforce the dam abutment slope had serious quality defects. The actual construction length was significantly reduced, with some piles being less than 1/3 of the design standard. Taking the right bank slope project of the Lower Reservoir as an example, the Yang'an Pump Storage Power Station Site Memorandum, dated August 16, 2025, clearly records that the design length of the anchor piles has been adjusted from 9 meters to 12 meters. However, workers at the construction site stated that some anchor piles were actually only 3 to 5 meters long, and some were even less than 2 meters long. Furthermore, only 1 or 2 of the 3 reinforcing bars barely met the standard length, while the remaining bars showed obvious inconsistencies in length. According to Water Conservancy engineering experts, the safety of a reservoir dam depends on the stability of the dam abutment, and anchor pile technology has become a standard solution for slope reinforcement in reservoir dam projects. However, during construction, most anchor piles were not filled with cement mortar as specified. The construction team performed only simple grouting of the pile holes to pass inspections by relevant agencies. It's reported that the Yang'an Pump Storage Power Station project has a total investment of $1.065 billion and is the first megawatt-level large-scale energy storage project approved in Fujian Province's 14th five-year plan. Such a large-scale project naturally is within the CCP's purview and was undertaken by subsidiaries of China Power Construction Corporation, including the 3rd Hydropower Bureau and the 16th Hydropower Bureau. The serious quality problems that have emerged from these prestigious state-owned enterprises are truly alarming. A mainland Chinese self-media writer questioned, a $1.065 billion reservoir dam has been exposed for cutting corners. Who is playing with the lives and safety of ordinary people? Who condoned the shoddy workmanship? Who tolerated the regulatory failure? Almost the entire chain has been compromised at key points. How can China Power Construction Corporation be expected to conduct a self-inspection at this time? Major projects involve many aspects and, more importantly, the lives and safety of ordinary people. Don't let taking chances become the norm, and don't let brand names become privileges. In short, the CCP authorities don't care about the lives and safety of ordinary people. Many officials at all levels are busy making money, while the poor Chinese people suffer every day, living in fear of tofu-dreg projects. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.